we want to get this word out because ultimately your marriage should be a reflection of Christ and the church. Yes. And so how do we glorify God in our marriage? How do we do that? And so get a notepad, get a pencil, get something to write with.
Yeah, make sure you always take notes.
Take notes, and go back and watch it again. Watch it on the replay. And for those that are joining us, maybe on a replay, we just thank you for joining us. Continue to share the broadcast. So that question, how can we glorify God in our marriage? How does our marriage become a marriage of purpose? Understanding that there's a purpose, because too often we think about our own individual selves and how we want to make sure we line up with Christ and we want to be obedient to the will of Christ. But what about our marriage? Do we feel the same way about our marriage? And are we willing to invest the time that it's going to take for your marriage to become a reflection of Christ and the church?
And that's key, because marriage is God's covenant. Mm-hmm. And we want to reflect Christ within our marriage. And that takes work, that takes time, that takes effort, that you have to be intentional about doing and consistent in doing.
Right. Because when you think about it, you're building your marriage. The blueprint for marriage. God gives us the blueprint for marriage in his word. And then he gives us the example of marriage through Christ and the church. And now it's up to us, now that we have the resources that we need, his word, his Holy Spirit, prayer, and the blood, and all these things that we have. These are resources that he has made available to us to help us now build our marriage. And again, it's going to take some work, but are you willing to put the work in? Because
to
again,
put the time in.
Are you willing to put the time in? I know we are, because at the end of the day, we want our marriage to be a reflection of Christ and the church. We don't want to, because it wasn't us. We didn't do this.
Right, it's all him.
He gets all of the credit, because when it was just us, been involved, and he has really sanctified us, and he's really helped change our heart. Now our goal and our vision is to say, you know what?
Yes.
We want the best for our marriage. And matter of fact, not just for our marriage, but those around us as well. We want to be an example. So we're not ashamed to tell people that, hey, God did this. Christ is the one that orchestrated this.
He did it for us. He can do it for you.
And he can certainly do it for you.